Hi, and welcome to my book recommendation video for books about powers. And the first book is Shatter Me by Taher Mafi. This is the Swedish, not so great looking cover. and this is about Juliet, who has the power that her touch is lethal, and she also has super strength, and she is locked up, but then she's let out and she is taken to this military guy named Warner, and then she breaks out of there and she finds other people with powers, such as invisibility that Kenji has, and yeah, a lot of other powers too. And it's good. It's a dystopian, and yeah. And then the next book is Miss Peregrine Homes for Peculiar Children by Ransom Riggs. And you can see on the cover, this movie cover, there's a girl producing fire, a girl levitating and stuff. So this is about Jacob, and his grandfather dies, and then he goes with his family to England from America, and they visit a place where his grandfather used to live, and then Jacob comes across this place, which is like a time capsule, and in there a lot of it's called peculiars, but they are people with powers that live there, and Jacob is one of them. He can control these demon-like creatures, and yeah, really loved this series, but the fourth book was just not good. Nothing happened, basically, and yeah, A Map of Days wasn't necessary. Maybe fifth book something will happen, but I feel like the fourth one was just filler. But I love the trilogy, which was before A Map of Days. So yeah. And actually, Shatter Me also got a couple books added on. Restore Me and Defy Me, but those I liked. And then we have Six of Crows and Shadow and Bone. Mostly Shadow and Bone has more about the powers. But in this world, there are people called Grisha, and they have special powers, and it's like an order. I don't know if it's in this book. Yeah, here. It says soldiers of the Second Army, masters of small science. There are the corporality, which is the order of the living and dead. And they are the heartrenders and the healers. The heartrenders can control people's bodies and stop their hearts from beating, and healers heal people, And then we have Eteralki, the order of summoners, callers who control wind, and Inferni who control fire, and Tidemakers who control water. And then we have the Materalki, the order of the fabricators, and there's the Durasts and the Alchemy, and they can control metal and stuff like that. And this Six of Crows is about 6 outcasts, and they perform a heist. And I love these characters so much. Yeah, they break into the ice court. Yeah. And then we have Renegades, which is very classic book with powers because they're called like superheroes almost. They're very close to superheroes in that book. The Renegades are the superheroes and the Anarchists are the supervillains. But it's talking about like, is it that easy? Because we use Nova. She is an anarchist, but she infiltrates the Renegades to try to take them down from the inside. And she has the power that she doesn't need to sleep at all, and she can put others to sleep by touching them. And then we have Adrian, who is a renegade, and he can draw on anything, and what he draws comes to life. So if it draws like a compass, then he can just take it and here's a compass, which is really cool. I love renegades and arch enemies. Both got 4.5 stars. And I'm really excited about Supernova, which comes out in November, I think. Then we have the Diviners. This is the second book, Lair of Dreams, by Liv Bray. And these books are kind of spooky, which is why I'm reading it now, in October. But the Diviners is about in these books, people with powers are called diviners, and there are people who can walk, like dream walk. And we have Evie, the main character, who can, if she holds somebody's a thing that belongs to someone, then she can read it, and she can see visions about that person's life, so she can get secrets from just holding an object, which is really cool. And in the first book, she and her uncle and a few other people are hunting down a serial killer and trying to stop him. And it was really exciting and creepy. And yeah, it has ghosts. Stop. My sister interrupted me. But then we have Crown of Feathers by Nikki Paupredo. It's about Phoenix Riders, and they have the power to they have like a bond with animals, so they can like send thoughts to them, and they have a very strong connection, and they ride on these phoenixes. And Phoenix Riders are very rare nowadays because they have been killed, and the main character has another ability that she's a shadow mage, and that means that she can like control or have a bond with humans too. And it's a fantasy book, yeah, about Phoenix Riders, and it was nice. There was a plot twist in it, and I was like, what? at one point, but I'm not gonna spoil it. And then we have Percy Jackson series, or all the books by Rick Riordan, really. But the Percy Jackson series, the first book being The Lightning Thief, is about people who are demigods. So they have a godly parent and a human parent, and from their godly parent they get powers. So Percy, he's the son of Poseidon, so he can control water. There are some people who can control fire, and some people can communicate with the dead and stuff like that. And I really love this series a lot. It's middle grade urban fantasy set outside of New York, and there's this Camp Half-Blood, which is full of demigods because it's not safe for them in the real world. And Percy and Annabeth and Grover, they fight a lot of creatures and enemies of the gods. It's great. Then we have Children of Blood and Bone by Tomi Adeyemi. The main character that is on the cover, she is magical, and depending on which god you are like descended from, it depends on which kind of powers you have. She can talk to the dead, and in her land magic is forbidden, and it's dead, almost dead, and she and her brother and a few other people are trying to bring magic back to the land, and there's like a quest for it. And it was really great. 4.5 stars. Yeah, I can't wait for the second book. And it's a West African inspired fantasy book. And then we have Nevermore, The Trials of Morgan Crow by Jessica Townsend, which is about Morgan Crow, and everybody says that she's cursed, so everything bad that happens in her village is pinned on her, and she's said to die at a very early age. So on her birthday, she is swept away by Jupiter North, and he is then her like guardian, and he's a part of a secret society. He's part of the Wondrous Society, I think it's called, and she is trying to be a part of that too. So she has to go through these trials, and she has a power that it's kind of a spoiler to say what the power is, but yeah, and all the people who are trying to be a part of this community have different powers. Like her best friend, he is very good at dragon riding, and that's like his power. And there's a girl that like everyone who meets her forgets about her immediately. And yeah, there's a lot of cool powers. And then there's one animals, or something like that. And that's like animals, but they have the like same brain as humans. They are like us, but they have like an animal body. I don't know how to explain it, but yeah, it's really cool. And can't wait for Holopox, the third book in that series. It's a middle grade fantasy book, and when she gets to the hotel where Jupiter North lives, it's a really cool hotel because like her bedroom, it changes almost every night how it looks, and there's a room with like the vapor room or something which like emits smoke of different colors, and they smell different and stuff. I don't know, it's really cool. But people are calling it like the new Harry Potter, and I don't agree with that at all. The only thing like that is similar is that there's magic and that there's a evil guy in it, the Wondersmith, he's called. And yeah, but I don't think it's like Harry Potter, really. But I loved it. And then we have a Marvel comic that I read, Miss Marvel No Normal, by G. Willow Wilson and Adrian Alfona. And that is about a real superhero. I had to include the Marvel comic I read, of course. She is struggling, and she is she's a Muslim, and she by accident becomes Miss Marvel, so she gets superpowers. And yeah, I've only read one volume, so I don't really know that much about what it's about, because it's a graphic novel or a comic book, maybe it's a better word. And it was a while ago, that I read it, so I don't remember that much about it actually. But I know that she's not white, but I don't remember her ethnicity. But yeah, she is saving her town from evil people and stuff like that. And yeah, that was the 10 book recommendations for books with people with powers, or books about powers. I like had a epiphany that I was reading a lot of books about powers, so I thought I would make a video about it, because it's one of my favorite things to read about. I've noticed, and yeah, if I'm gonna say like my favorite ones from this list, I would say Six of Crows, and The Diviners, Percy Jackson, Nevermore, Children of Blood and Bone. Like, yeah, I love all of them, but like Crown of Feathers only got 4 stars, whereas most of those got more. Yeah, but I really enjoy reading, books about power, so please comment down below if you have any suggestions for other books with this subject matter. Thank you for watching, and like, comment, subscribe if you want to, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!